What's the problem with eating today? A major, major, major problem. We have too much sugar, too much salt, too much fat, and too much animal protein. Those are the 4 things that are causing us a problem in today's world. Just those 4 things. So what should we do about it? We should be following a Mediterranean diet. We should be drinking more water. These are the elements that make a profound difference, but they don't sound too complicated, do they? Try and give up sugar. Try and give up sugar. It is so hard to do. And in today's world, we've discovered that sugar is related to a whole series of problems, because in 1982, the American Medical Association said to the American people, you are taking 40% of your caloric intake in terms of fat. That's serious. You need to bring it down to 30%. And so from 1982 to 2010, the American people have obeyed and have said, we'll bring it down. So from 82, it came down from 40% to 30%. Thank you very much to the American population for doing that. But at the same time, from 1982, when the manufacturers of food discovered that they had to remove the fat, they replaced it with high fructose corn syrup. And high fructose corn syrup is half the price of glucose, but it has had the opposite effect. So obesity has been increasing at an alarming rate from 1982 to 2010. So watch what happens. Fat comes down, obesity goes up. That doesn't sound right. The correlates don't work. Well, actually, it has to do with sugar, not with fat. And if they'd left fat at 40%, it wouldn't have been as serious. But what they should have done is get rid of the sugar content. And so sugar, salt, fat. And we don't have time to go into all of these things. They're so interesting. But you know what I'm talking about. Drink. We need to drink more water. 67% of our body by weight is made up of water. 75% of our brains are made up of water. 75% of our heart is made up of water. Now listen to this. If you are just 2% below your optimal amount of hydration in the body, you become fatigued. If you have 10%, you become disabled. If you have less than 10%, you die. Okay, now think about that for a minute. I want to just tell you something important. The greatest cause of daytime tiredness is dehydration. Did you hear that? The greatest cause of daytime tiredness is dehydration. So you notice I didn't say whiskey, I didn't say beer, I didn't say vodka, I said water. Okay, so the second principle. The third principle is that we need to exercise regularly. Now, I know that I don't have to tell any of you that because you do it every day. I'm so proud of you because you exercise every day. That's fantastic. Now, of course, a recent survey done by Harvard University with 7,000 people who are part of the study discovered this, and I love this. It's not the period of time that you exercise. It's not the length. It's the intensity. So in fact, you can get more good exercise out of 20 minutes of intensity than you can of 3 hours of slow work. Now, why do I like that? I like that because I don't have that time. I want an intensity that I can do my exercise quickly in 20 minutes and then it's over. And the interesting thing is, it's going to reduce blood pressure, it's going to reduce lipids, it's going to reduce your low density lipoprotein, which is unfriendly lipids. It's going to increase your friendly lipids, and it's going to help us stay well. Isn't that wonderful? Okay, so we need to exercise regularly. Do you agree?
Yes.
Okay. Right. We need to eliminate thoroughly. Okay, now this is a family session here, so just look straight at me, okay? Don't look to the left or to the right, because we're going to handle a few secrets here now. We need to eliminate regularly. Now, eliminating regularly means twice a day, minimum, okay? Because if you eliminate once a day, you have a 55% turnaround time in your gut, and that's not good. So, we need to have good gut health. What does good gut health mean? Good gut health means that we have the right balance between friendly bacteria and unfriendly bacteria. Now, I will venture this, that most people in this room tonight have the opposite, which is a whole lot of unfriendly bacteria and too little friendly bacteria. So we need to change that balance. Is it important to do this? Okay, now I'm going to say something important again. It's critically important, because 70% of our immune capacity and function is centered in the gut. So if your gut is not working perfectly, you are susceptible to all kinds of disorders. We have a brilliant new product. I just love it. G12 Greens. G12 Greens is filled with magnificent botanical fibers. It also has a whole range of digestive enzymes that break down protein, carbohydrate, and lipids. It also has a prebiotic. What is a prebiotic? A prebiotic is the food for friendly bacteria, for a probiotic. Now, this is the problem. If you don't feed the friendly bacteria, they go out of balance. If you feed them, they grow. And you know what the nice thing about prebiotics is? They are not assimilable by the unfriendly bacteria. Isn't that wonderful? They can't eat it. So, we need to eliminate thoroughly. Okay. We need to rest refreshingly. You all understand that. It's divided up into 3 areas. The first area is some energy breaks during the day. Short energy break. Doesn't have to be long. Shouldn't be longer than 20 minutes, actually. Short, quick energy break. It revitalizes you for the rest of the day. Secondly, proper sleep at night. And we don't have time to go into that, but you understand that. And thirdly, proper vacation time, like coming to Cancun, because that has a lot to do with rest, doesn't it? We need to supplement appropriately. Unfortunately, in our modern world, we can't do what principally is the right thing to do, and that is we should get all the nutrients we need from the food we eat. That's a truism. In the modern world, it's impossible to do that, and the reason for that is that our food is highly processed, devitalized, demineralized, and it is preserved and protected. The soil that we get our food out of is diminished in value and is diminishing as years and years go on. So, with the best will in the world, we can't get all the nutrients we need from the food we eat. So we have to supplement.